In today's idea of the day, I'm gonna ruin one of the Star Wars movies, The Return of the Jedi. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a massive Star Wars fan. I mean, massive Star Wars fan. Huge, as Donald Trump would say, it was huge. It was huge. I love Star Wars. I have thousands of dollars worth of Star Wars stuff over the years. I love it. But I love poking fun at some of the little inconsistencies that George Lucas sometimes bakes into the mix. Now, in the Return of the Jedi, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to the newest episode. And this is episode 7. That's, as of today, the newest one is episode 7. And in episode 7, The Force Awakens, we find the entire universe essentially looking for Luke Skywalker. Why? Well, because he's the last remaining Jedi, and as far as they're concerned, both sides want him. I mean, the First Order wants him because, as far as they're concerned, he could take them down, or maybe they want to convert him. I'm not sure, but I don't think they shouldn't really think they could convert him. I mean, they tried that once before with the Empire. And of course, the rebels want him because, as far as they're concerned, he's the only guy that could take down the Empire. Or they're not the Empire anymore. They're the First Order. He's the only one that can stop them, as far as they're concerned. All right, so they're all looking for him. Now let's rewind back to Return of the Jedi. Now, in Return of the Jedi, you'd figure, well, that's it. He killed the Empire. Oh yeah, well, he killed the Emperor. He destroyed Darth Vader. He destroyed the Empire. Did he? I mean, he did kill the Emperor. Not really. Darth Vader did that. Well, he's the one that got Darth Vader to kill the Emperor. That's why they're all looking for him. But technically speaking, there really weren't any witnesses to that. You know? That really just nobody saw it but them. Because when that whole thing went down, Luke was on the new Death Star. And there weren't any stormtroopers around. In fact, if there were, they probably would have pulled out a blaster, and while they were all kind of going at it, there would have been somebody banging at them. And of course, we know nobody was following him because he apparently was able to sneak off the Death Star with the body of his father and this entire, his helmet and everything, and he whisks him off, off camera, and we know he then burns him in the funeral pyre. So, all right, so we know this all happened. But if that happened while that was going on, we had Lando running the mission to try to take down the new Death Star, and Han and Leia and the robots and, of course, the Ewoks were the ones really doing the work. I mean, if it wasn't for the Ewoks, and of course there was, as far as George Lucas was concerned, he actually wanted it that way, that these Ewoks, these harmless little creatures, were going to essentially take down the Empire. And for all practical purposes, Luke was irrelevant. He was irrelevant. I mean, let's take a look. Let's make believe for the purposes of this movie, and of course I'm going to back out and say, yes, he definitely saved Han Solo. We know that at the beginning. But from that point on, he really was not responsible for what happened to the Empire. If he wasn't there, think about it. Would the Ewok mission have still gone through on the planet? Yeah, the Ewoks still would have done what they did. The Ewoks helped take down the stormtroopers who were guarding the station, and Lando and his crew. Yeah, they went into the trap, but who fixed the trap? It was Han, Leia, and the Ewoks. And had Luke been on the Death Star a little bit longer, he would have been blown up too. Had he not been there at all, not much would have happened. It's pretty much would have happened the same way. And that's today's idea of the day. All right, there it is. That's today's idea of the day. Some of them are pretty good, right? And some of them suck, I admit. First to admit, some of my ideas suck. But if you visit Idea of the Day every day and you subscribe to my channel by looking at the subscribe link in the corner, you'll see a brand new idea every single day. And I promise you, some of them don't suck.